Bucket ready. Mic check. Let's talk. How y'all doing? How's your week? How's your weekend going? What are the plans for the weekend? Is it going to be? Is there Ambe in the pipeline? Be inviting me out. Multiman stop. People should be inviting me. Don't let me to be turning to throw pillow on the chair in the parlor.
Mao. Yeah, I want to throw the blanket.
Don't let me turn to blankets. Be inviting me out. Alex, it's Malawi. How's it going?
Mama, wa.
Let's dive right into it. There's no time. Because I know you people have plenty of OMBs to plan for. Let's dive right into it. Hello. To cut the long story short, I used to be really close friends with this girl for years. We were so tight that I even brought her to church and prayed for salvation. But she betrayed me right away. She didn't take my advice and chose a guy over me.
That's the betrayer. Oh.
A guy who hated me for no good reason. A few days ago, while I was praying, I felt like God was telling me to pray for those who persecute me. Not long after that, she sent me a text apologizing for what she did and saying she regrets it. And God said, pray for those persecuting you. Don't say leave out, please.
That's how I'm looking at her.
Saying she regrets it. Now, she wants us to be friends again. The thing is, I'm not sure if I want her in my life anymore. It's even looking like maybe because we don't have context. The problem is, I don't have any other friends. Stop rolling your eyes. Stop being a diva. I don't have any other friends. She listens to music I've stopped listening to. She gossips a lot. She's obsessed with celebrities that just distract me from my walk with God. I just distract me from my walk with God. We were really very close before. So I'm finding it hard to decide whether to let her back in or walk away. What should I do?
Who says she's so important?
But again, what's it? Okay, well, listening to all these things she has said, she gossips a lot. She stopped listening to...
There's a thing she said in that first part that she read.
She didn't take my advice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
so if you zoom out and look at the bedside view, how are you important in the grand scheme of things?
That she didn't take your advice. What does that make you? Like, what do you believe about yourself? That
make you think that to pray for salvation. So
is it a friendship from a superiority?
You now be the Lord and Savior of her life.
But again, now this part where he's saying she gossips a lot, she's obsessed with. Is that you trying to make a case for
why you don't want to be with her?
Because you saying she didn't take my advice, that felt so hard.
The place that even first shocked me is it chose a man over you.
But
what are you again?
A guy who hated me for no reason. And honestly, I don't want to start with the naming ceremony. But it's looking like this person believes so much of herself to now think that she has a place in somebody's life.
Did you see that video on Instagram where Elon Musk was talking? After they finished talking, they were doing Q&A.
And it's an old video.
Yeah, really.
Apparently, they said the guy has mental problem. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah. And the guy said, you have to employ me
as VP.
As VP.
Tesla VP. Sometimes, you see how that sounds like delusion? It's because all these ones we can't relate.
When it started, I was like...
You're thinking, oh, smart guy.
I was like, oof, confidence.
Yeah, smart guy. Because I can see confidence here as well.
Maybe... What's his name?
Erimus.
We'll be like,
You know, you should give him appointment. Because again, there's so much confidence here. I brought her to church. Like there's
a thin line between confidence and delulu.
Because I even brought her, like, you know, there's that even means a lot. I even brought her to church and prayed for her salvation.
If not,
salvation that is free.
Her life was not spoiled.
And prayed for her salvation, but she betrayed me. I was not waiting for how the betrayal happened. She didn't take my advice.
She chose
a guy over me. I'm not judging.
Maybe she wants to date her.
People just pretend as if you not hear that.
Chose a guy over me. What does it mean?
But this is a Christian context.
Instead, so if it's not dating, and you people should...
Because she's the one that took her to God, took her to pray for her salvation.
If it's not dating, I don't think she would use a guy.
I think some
over
people
me.
just feel superior and feel they can lay claim to a life. It's a delusion, actually. My own opinion. But honestly,
there is something. There is ulcer. Then there's chronic ulcer.
a chronic delusion. Because really, even you are mentioning the obvious. She's distanced from. She would celebrities. She's obsessed with celebrities that distract me from. How celebrities distract me from the work of God? But let's say she's there. Listen to music. I've stopped listening to. She gossips a lot. I hope those are not Awawi.
If you are listening all of these things, why do you say want them?
Exactly. Why are you confused? Why are you writing?
Confused about wanting them?
Do you understand?
And then again, perception is projection. All of these things that you are listing that is inside of her.
What about you? What is this? What are you pretending?
I mean, this is bands. This is a lot of bands. And,
serious bands.
And
but what are you pretending not to know in order to?
The issue is just that this person needs to face the truth about herself and begin to see that relationship needs to be what's the word now? Reciprocal.
Mutual.
Needs to be mutual. Needs to be consensual. Needs to be both ways.
Both ways, yeah. She just feels so superior over her.
Respect that should be self-respect, one, and then the respect of the other person. So if you cannot belittle one.
Right, like that's all I see here. I even brought her to church. Then she betrayed me. How? She didn't take. Please. Like I don't know. Maybe me and him are being harsh in this case.
But the question,
what do you think?
Before that, when I heard the topic, what I thought is, should I accept an old friend?
Yeah.
It is a very dangerous thing to do.
Right.
Because who you knew
is different from who you know.
Who is now that you do not know.
Right.
And we need to be aware of that, and also to be willing to inspect this new person, not to judge, but to just see that our values.
Really, it's even looking like this person needs to be placed at cost at all costs.
Which of them?
The person that wrote it, because she's wanting to put touchlight on this girl and saying should she take in, but even you yourself, like there are lots of ill. There's plenty ill here. What do you guys think, honestly? What we just do is analyze this issue, give you like a bird's view, give you other perspective, but ultimately, what do you think? What's your godly counsel? And what's your divine perspective on this issue? I'll read them in the comments. Cheers, guys. Bye.
I've seen old friend that they use and do go.
At all.